All right, this is episode 2 of Cloudy Vision. My name is Cloud. I'm with my co-host Ali C, and
Hello,
today
hello.
we're gonna be talking about anime, drama, and nerd stuff. And
As usual.
yeah, as usual, just what we'd like to talk about. This past week, we actually both decided to watch Cells at Work. It's kind of this. I don't know if it's a newer anime, but I'd never seen it before. And I found it to be pretty interesting. Ali, what were your thoughts on it?
I believe it's from 2018. I was obsessed with it. I had to make myself stop after the 5 episodes so that I would remember like what happened in those 5 episodes.
Yeah,
It's so good.
I
It
liked
is
it a
so
lot.
good.
Yeah. So like what I liked a lot about it was the fact that it's kind of educational. You can get away with saying it's educational and
I was
it-
learning. See,
yeah.
I'm taking human biology starting this month. It's educational.
yeah, I mean like
It'll
basically
help me with my studies.
it's homework. Like watching anime is now homework, guys.
Yeah.
Um,
You heard it here first. Watch anime for your homework.
Literally. But yeah, so it's basically about like the human body. And like all the cells are personified within different characters. Like there's white blood cell guy, there's red blood cell guy, there's like complicated names for things I can't remember off the top of my head.
So it follows, I think episode 1 was when things kind of got started. And it follows
I believe it starts off with the red blood cell.
A3803.
Oh yeah, that was her number, but they just call her
Yeah,
a red
yeah,
blood cell. But
Yeah, she's like a newer red blood cell. And she gets attacked by pneumococcus, which is a bacteria. And
a pathogenic I can't speak
pathogenic.
bacteria. God, I
It's
messed
a
up.
it's a pneumonia. It's a strain of pneumonia. And see, it's educational. It's teaching us things.
Yeah.
I do know that, what was it? It was U1146, the neutrophil.
I only
what
know
I
them
written
by
down.
their like disease names and like white blood
Yeah,
cell
no,
names.
the neutrophil showed up and helped. It did escape, though. So the first episode covers this pneumonia virus being discovered and then escaping. It was
And
really cool. Like it
the
built
way-
like this little shell, and there was a smoke screen, and it was just so cool.
the way that they made the bacteria is like all the bacteria in this show, they looked like they were some type of just foreign alien monster blob things that
True.
like you wouldn't even imagine seeing in any animes. Like the first one, he had like tentacles or something that he like attacked with or something.
Yeah.
I don't know, but they're all like crazy, dude.
The T cells are sent to try to hunt down the bacteria.
Yeah, I couldn't tell.
What
Wasn't
else
that like
happened?
that was kind of like shown as the military for the body almost, or was it
Yeah,
like
yeah.
SWAT
Which is
or
what T
something?
cells do. I mean, they're the things
Yeah.
that attack, and white blood cells, but yeah. And then I think they were headed for the lungs. They were looking for the lungs in the first episode.
Yeah, the red blood cell girl. Then I think what happened was she brought the box that she was carrying to the lung room, and then when she went to open it, the germ like was hiding in there, and what came out and attacked
Yeah,
her, right?
yeah. Was
So
that
then
the lung room? Yeah, maybe.
I
yeah,
think
it
that's what I'm thinking of.
or the
first
map
one.
room. I think it was the map.
Oh
the map
yeah,
room.
map room.
Yeah.
Um,
And then
and then the white
dude,
blood
it's
cell
so crazy.
he comes out, and then he just pretty much he's struggling against this bacteria, but he like five heads it, walks backwards. The bacteria walks into this trap and is like, he like gets trapped in this bubble and machine and then sneezes out. I don't know how to explain it, but
yeah, it was a trip. Y'all should definitely go watch it. And that was just one episode. That was the first episode.
yeah,
It was crazy.
I found the pacing to
Hello.
be pretty good too. Like I never was like watching it at any point was like I'm bored. Like that never
Yeah, no,
happened.
it was because so many animes start off so slow.
And there's like
Anna
the
has
animes where
come
there's
to
like
bless
a
us.
fight for like an hour. Like it spans across like 5 episodes and it's just like one
Ugh,
minor
and
fight.
It's such a classic anime thing to do too. Anna has blessed us with her presence. Hello, Anna.
Episode 2 is called Scrape Wounds. This one was about the red blood cell finding the platelets, and then
Yes.
the
okay.
platelets were like these small like people or whatever, and they're basically like the cells in the body that clog up when you're bleeding. Like it creates blood clots to stop bleeding and stuff. And so they were like, they were carrying like the heaviest things and stuff. And I found them to be adorable, to be honest. Like
they were adorable, tiny little powerhouses.
Yeah.
So I know, what was the action in episode 2? I know she meets back up with the white blood cell at one point.
Yeah, so I think that in episode 2, there was like the ground collapse, like there was an earthquake or something, because like
right, yeah,
there was an earthquake due to like an abrasion that the human had or whatever. And
it was staph infection. Yep.
Yeah, and so then all of these like different germs just start like flowing through this like open wound or whatever, and they just all start just slaughtering red blood cells. I think, I don't know if they actually killed any, but they were
so
like
I think
in there.
There were a couple of different germs. One was staph, I think strep, and where did I write this down? Pseudomonas, which I don't even know what germ that is, but it's another germ.
Yeah, there was a bunch
and they're
of
demanding nutrients basically so that they can multiply.
Yeah, but I think, yeah, so they ended up fighting the white blood cells, and then the platelets came in clutch, clogged up the wound, and then no more bad guys could get in, and then they saved the day. And it was crazy.
Basically, yeah. I enjoyed every minute of this show, honestly, so far. Yeah. I'm gonna finish it. I'm gonna watch through it. And that's a feat for me, because I'm really bad at watching shows.
Yeah, I found what they did really well with the show, too, is finding a balance between showing you the characters and, like, actually making a connection to what the cells are and what they do. I'm no, like, biologist or anything, but I found, like, I could, like, somewhat follow through on, like, what's happening and have a general idea.
Yeah, you might not remember all the names, but, like, you'll recognize it. I feel like it'd be a good way to teach people how to recognize what each cell does, even if they don't remember what they're called.
Yeah, or maybe, like, even introduce them to the concepts or whatnot.
Yeah.
Because,
like how we used to get with Magic School Bus.
Yeah, I never
when you go inside the body.
Dude, actually, wait, I did watch Magic School Bus. So, yeah. And then there was the episode
3.
Influenza.
Oh, right. He runs into... Yeah, no. That was the influenza episode. So it was the, like, basically baby T cell runs into influenza. This person's got a lot going on in their body.
Yeah.
I mean, we all do, but god dang.
This guy is, like, constantly, like, getting messed with. The naive T cell, I don't know if it's, like, that's what they were calling him in the show. But,
yeah, I think it's just
basically, he was,
cell.
like, he was in the town, and he stumbled on this zombie. And this zombie was, like, scaring him, but it was, like, a weakling. And the naive T cell just, like, started crying, running out of there, and the other T cells came in, like, handled it for him. And there was also, like, macrophage. I don't know what that is, but macrophage was in there.
Macrophage, yes.
Killing the cells and stuff.
So, macrophage is basically the cells in your body that identify things.
And so they help, like, the T cells identify what they're dealing with, right?
Yeah, and I think they classify it a B, a type B.
A type B?
Something. Yeah, that's what I meant.
Oh, yeah. Type,
it was like a type B virus.
Influenza. Yeah, so macrophage identifies it. The T cells go in there to deal with it. But they keep, like, I think, cloning themselves over and over. So it's like, I think they said within 1 hour it could 100 times. Within 24 hours it could, like, times 1,000,000. So they had to deal with it quickly. And so what happens is the naive T cell, which is a little dude, he goes there and he meets the bad zombie dude. He runs away, but then he comes back and he's like a Super Saiyan. And he clones himself like 100 times. And he just, like, wipes out all the zombies.
I think it says they fight for about a week before they realize that it's actually a type A virus. So they have to, like, go back and make more antibodies. It was crazy.
Yeah. Dude, I'm learning a lot from this show.
Seriously, it's so educational. Like,
I mean, I basically have a biology major from watching this show, to be honest.
Right? Like I said, I'm taking human bio at the end of this month, starting at the end of this month. I already know everything I gotta know just from watching the show. If they make me write up a midterm paper, I'm just gonna, like, write up an analysis of this show and send it in.
That's what I
You
would do.
imagine that major weeb move.
Yeah, like, sir, can I write about I know it's a biology class, but I really want to just write about anime. Can I just turn that as my project?
Literally.
So then episode 4, food poisoning. It starts off with red blood cell watching the stomach, which is like shown as a lava pit. And then I think the white blood cell responds to some germs that are attacking. They meet up with eosinophil, which is another like type of white blood cell. At first, eosinophil seems to be weak against like the most basic bacteria. It's like she tries to take on this one bacteria, gets completely stomped, like no competition. The regular white blood cell guy has to come in and like fight for her. But later within the show, there's a Vibrio bacteria that's like this type of bacteria that usually is only in seawater from what they said in the show. And they said it was like ingested while the human was eating raw fish or something. And this dude looks humongous. He looks like a nightmare that you would see out of
He's a
like
goddamn like Giga Chad.
yeah.
Of a
He's
unit.
like it's like it does not look human. It does not look like it understands anything. It just looks like a monster. And so this dude like is about to
Was it
pretty much
Vibrio? Vibrio.
yeah, like a Vibrio bacteria.
Giga Chad.
Just disgusting, bro.
Absolute unit.
And so what happens is eosinophil finds out what her purpose is and what she's actually good at. So like nobody else can deal with this monster. Like the monster's just killing everybody. But eosinophil just goes up, one hits this dude, and he's done. And so she redeems herself. At first everyone was like kind of like giving her shit for being weak at first with the initial bacteria. But after this, everyone's just like, oh my god, I underestimated you. You're the best white blood cell in the world.
Yeah.
And so I kind of found that to be like, damn, bro, like you only like her because she saved your lives. You know?
Literally.
You guys are so fake. All the red blood cells.
Fake as hell. Oh my god.
The last one was
Fifth one was cedar pollen.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah.
So this is an allergy-based one. Which was really interesting that they're not only always doing like diseases and viruses. I found that really interesting.
Yeah, it shows you like different everyday things that could happen to you.
Yeah, because like the body does react to allergens differently than it would react to a virus or a bacteria. So, no, that's really cool. And I think we also meet memory in this one.
Yeah, the memories.
The memory cells, yeah.
Which is like, well, the episode kind of starts off with like a meteor hitting them, but it's like the pollen, because the meteor is representing the pollen. So it comes down, and they're like, okay, we got to create a strategy to deal with this, right? So the memory cell eventually is like, this is foretold in the prophecies, dude. We're all going to die, literally. He brings out this ancient book or whatever. And he's like, read it right here. And he was like, did they believe him at first or not? I don't remember if they did.
I don't think they did originally, but then like the allergens started causing absolute chaos.
Yeah, and everyone I think started fighting with each other. Nobody took this memory cell seriously. And the fat cell released histamine. I don't know much about biology, so I might be butchering this, but they released something, and everything started flooding, and it was just chaos. And then I think they made up at the end or something. I don't know.
And they ended up with steroids too, I believe, which would be just like an allergy medication.
The steroid, bro. He is like a robot death machine. Like.
Yeah, and Memory's like, I don't know who this is.
As we'd never seen this before.
Yeah, and then the steroid runs out of battery, so it like
and then
dies.
It's just like useless.
Basically, it just is done. And then everyone makes up. It's all fun.
Yeah, they live happily ever after.
And then Memory's like, I will remember this so it never happens again.
Yeah, and I bet we can all tell how it's gonna go for the third time this happens.
Yeah, right.
But I actually have a theory I want to show you about the season 1 in this show. I found on Reddit. I found it to be kind of interesting.
Okay.
I'm gonna screen share with you. But the theory is that in season 1, the body this takes place in belongs to a homeless guy, And the dude on here,
that explains all the diseases.
yeah, why he's getting sick so often. So he's like, it says, hear me out. We all agree a lot of stuff happens to this body that is not typical. I do not think he is a soldier because they said early on that the body is immunocompromised. To join the military, you have to pass an extensive health and fitness test. Patients with diabetes are let go. Therefore, a person with immunocompromised immune system will not be allowed in. So the sequence of events makes sense if it is in a bum. Food poisoning, eating whatever he can get, including some rotten fish from the dumpster. Random infections,
that
common
is true.
for all of us, but more so since he is out and not as sanitary. I was surprised when Pseudomonas showed up in the bone marrow. I don't think we watched that one.
No.
Since usually that's the most impenetrable, unless he has osteomyelitis, which is common amongst the homeless. And then heat stroke, living on the streets without shelter or AC during the warm months. Unreliable access to water will lead to heat stroke. And then hemorrhage stroke, bum knife
I don't think
fight.
we didn't see heat stroke either, but no,
Yeah.
that sounds interesting.
But yeah, the first two we did watch, the random infections and food poisoning. So I thought this was kind of interesting. I don't know if there's any.
No, it's a working theory. I mean, it makes sense.
Yeah, to be honest, I wouldn't be surprised if that was the case.
Yeah.
Oh, there is this meme too. It's just kind of random, but no one platelets and cells at work. It's just like construction workers, but they're kids.
Literally.
They're like
little children.
just child labor, pretty much. It's insane. But yeah, that cells at work. I really like that one a lot.